While Christians all over the world prepare to celebrate the birth of Jesus Christ, some believe he's alive right now. Where? Well, in the deep wilderness of northern Russia. Come along tonight for a truly unique story about a man they call Jesus of Siberia.
It looks like a scene right out of a Sermon on the Mount. We traveled many kilometers through bug-infested forests to reach this isolated village in Siberia, this most northern part of Russia. Here we meet Jesus, or Vissarion, as they also call him.
But humankind must make a choice. They have to be shown the way, and they must choose to follow or not to follow. God will not make a choice for them.
Unbelievably, 15 years ago, this Jesus was Sergei Torop, a small-town Siberian policeman. But now he believes he is the Son of God, reincarnated.
People will decide for themselves. Is his way for them, or will they choose something else? But everything has a price.
He says he made a pilgrimage to Jerusalem, and even though he has never visited Israel before, a lot of what he saw, he says, was familiar.
It was a home that was left long ago. I arrived with deep feelings of the past and new feelings within new body. With these feelings I move about in familiar places.
Divorce rates are very high in Russia, and it seems to have reached deep into isolated Siberia as well. Even Vissarion has remarried. He has painted his former wife Luba and also his current wife Sophia. He has 6 children.
It is written, when God created woman, he commanded man and woman to be one. During the era of Jesus, time was short. If there was a family to consider, they would have to be abandoned. There is now need for family.
And thousands in this village believe this is Jesus Christ. These are not misfits or lunatics. They were mostly professionals who abandoned lives in Europe to follow the man they call Jesus. Is this a modern cult or a truly religious utopia? For Siegfried Werning, who owned a high-tech computer company in Germany, the answer is simple.
If Christ would come on earth, he would be like that. He was very calm and not demanding, but at the same time was very strong in his teaching, very clear. And I think, in fact, I've been waiting for him somehow.
He gave up the business and the family to live here and work on 19th century weaving machines, all because of this Jesus, and there are many more.
What are the major teaching points that Vissarion gives you and has convinced you to change your life so much?
The basics of the teaching is not very different from those 2,000 years ago. Only the people did not follow the teaching. And teach us to differentiate between good and evil. For the first time, I'm really working on my egoism.
Not long ago, Lineta was a Lithuanian diplomat serving at the European Union headquarters in Brussels. Then she saw Vissarion speaking.
I cried. I began to cry. The feeling was unbelievable. It was like I'm at home. I'm at home. I'm in love.
The followers of Vissarion don't just pray, have hymns and ceremonies. They actually have a charter that governs their entire life. How they relate to each other as people, how they relate to their spouses, their children, what they eat, how they work. In short, how they govern their entire lives.
They grow almost all their own food, they are strict vegans, they believe in reincarnation. All this to prepare for what they believe is the imminent second coming.
This is exactly the time when the old world, with its aggressiveness and self-interest, must die. It cannot be allowed to exist. It just brings pain.